Welcome to Maricopa County Animal Care and Control. We are so excited to have you join us on your volunteer journey, and we know the dogs are excited too. So, who is Maricopa County Animal Care and Control, or MCACC? MCACC is Maricopa County's municipal public intake shelter. We take dogs of all shapes and sizes, all behavioral needs, in all ages and breeds. We are so excited to have you volunteer to support your community. So, let's get started. Here at MCACC, we provide the county with a variety of services, from pet adoptions to the intake of stray or lost dogs. We also issue dog licenses, which are required to be received and renewed every year. We also offer low-cost pet care options, pet surrender appointments for those no longer willing or able to care for their dogs, and shelter diversion resources to assist those who need help to keep their pet. This includes a temporary foster program while owners get back on their feet. It includes food, toys, and other pet supplies, and more. Our goal is to not only support the dogs of Maricopa County, but their owners, those looking to own, and those supporting the dogs of MCACC. Our mission is to serve the people and pets of Maricopa County by fostering a safe community and reducing the homeless pet population. Our vision is that we will be an industry leader, pursuing relentless improvement to create a compassionate and pet-friendly community. We not only support the homeless and lost dog population of Maricopa County, but the people and dog owners in the county as well. We do this through a variety of services. Here at MCACC, every day is a busy day. On average, about 45 dogs come in each day. This includes strays found by our field officers, lost pets brought in by citizens, owner surrenders, returns, and dogs coming in for bite quarantine. Conversely, only an average of 29 dogs are adopted each day, and many others are placed into foster, transferred to a rescue partner, or returned to their owner. A majority of our dogs get adopted to new families. The next largest category is those being returned to their original owners, and then dogs being transferred to our rescue partners. It is a reality in an open intake shelter that euthanasia does occur. However, we do not euthanize for space or time. Volunteers will never be asked to participate or witness euthanasia, but we do ask that you understand that it is a reality. Our average save rate is around 95%. You'd be hard-pressed to find an open intake public shelter with a better save rate. Best Friends Animal Society defines a no-kill shelter as one that has a save rate above 90%, and we are recognized as a no-kill shelter on their website, as we maintain an average save rate around 95%. MCACC currently operates under managed intake. Managed intake is an appointment-based intake process for all non-emergency situations. MCACC moved to a managed intake process due to frequent capacity issues. We appreciate the community in helping us manage our shelter population by scheduling an appointment if they have picked up a stray dog. If the finder needs assistance, we are happy to provide supplies while they wait for their scheduled appointment. As a municipal shelter, we are legally required to hold all dogs for at least 72 hours. This allows any potential owner time to come in and claim the dog. If a dog comes in wearing a sweater or collar, has a microchip, has its nails painted, or otherwise looks like someone has recently cared for them, we will hold them for 120 hours to allow an owner time to come in and claim the pet. We have two shelter locations in the Valley. Our West Valley location is just southwest of downtown Phoenix on 27th Avenue, just south of Durango at 2500 South 27th Avenue. Our new East Valley location is at the 60 and Mesa Drive at 1920 South Lewis Road. Volunteers can choose to volunteer at one or both locations. At the shelter, we have levels to our volunteer program to ensure proper training and preparation for success with our animals. We are always reaching for something better, which is why we have our volunteer program goals to guide the way. First off, we'd like to maintain a robust and active volunteer force. We usually have around 800 dogs between both shelters. Our shelter needs volunteers to help provide care to our dogs. By doing tasks like enrichment, dog walking, laundry and dishes, and kennel cleaning, a bit of weight is taken off our staff and we are better able to work together to support the care of our dogs. Every task is vital to the health, both mental and physical, of our dogs. Our next goal is to track success through our data. We know your impact as a volunteer is huge, but we want to know how we are meeting and exceeding our goals and which areas we could do better in. Next, we'd like to maximize our program impact through innovation and collaboration. We are constantly trying to better ourselves through innovative techniques and solutions, but we also need the help of our volunteers and other animal welfare organizations. We collaborate with other animal welfare organizations around the country to share best practices and develop new and innovative ideas. By working together and being a leader in the animal welfare industry, we can create the best environment possible for the people and animals of Maricopa County. That brings us to our overarching goal of ensuring a culture and environment that is focused on the well-being of people and animals. We are all here to give back because we care about the dogs, but also the people in our community. Our volunteer force is vital to the day-to-day operations of both shelter locations. They work in tandem with our staff to provide the best care possible for our dogs. Last year, our volunteers donated 62,000 hours to the shelter. When considering minimum wage, that's a value of nearly $900,000, and our volunteers deserve more than the minimum wage for the effort and care they put in. Our volunteers help support our staff, who ensure our dogs' foundational needs are met, like having clean blankets and toys, poo-free kennels, their twice-daily enrichment activities, and that they always have a full bowl of clean water, especially during the hot summer months. The time they spend at the shelter and the duties they assist with help provide a clean, stress-free environment for our dogs. In addition to the foundational tasks, our volunteers help socialize the dogs, creating loving pets for the people of Maricopa County. They take the dogs on walks, teach them basic tricks and manners, and take them on the town during a day trip to experience new places or provide them with a quiet place to rest. The shelter can be a busy place, and there are many different duties, but our volunteers are rock stars in every sense of the word. We want you to be here, and the dogs love to see you, but there are a few requirements to volunteer here and rules to follow. Before coming on site, volunteers are required to pass a public records background check. This is to help ensure the safety of staff, volunteers, and of course, the dogs. It also is the first step in receiving your volunteer badge. This is required to be on site as many doors at the shelter are badge access only. We ask for 8 hours a month. That's 1 2-hour shift per week. If you have concerns with meeting this minimum, please reach out to us. We ask that all volunteers sign up for a shift at least 24 hours in advance. Not only does this provide the necessary notice to our staff to allocate themselves properly in the shelter and as a way to account for you in case of an emergency, but it also helps keep our dogs on a schedule. It has been proven that when dogs are put on a set schedule, their amount of stress and anxiety is reduced. The shelter is already stressful enough. We want to do everything in our power to make their stay as pleasant as possible while waiting for their forever family. Sign in and out. We keep track of our hours, so we need an accurate measurement. It is also useful as a bragging right, like, I volunteered X amount of hours this year. If your company gives you time off to volunteer, you'll have an accurate record for your hours to give them. If, for whatever reason, you forget to sign in or out, you can just email the volunteer engagement team and we can manually adjust your hours. If you even forget that you forgot, don't worry. We'll send you an email asking when about you got in and left the shelter on a specific day. Passion and dedication. We know that we can only do so much without the support of the individuals who care as much as we do for the health and safety of homeless pets in Maricopa County. Some days can be hard, but the good days, happy stories, and forever homes we find the dogs make it all worth it. Get dirty. Even our staff that work desk jobs still go home smelling like dog poop or pee. It is just the reality of shelter life. We recommend you designate a pair of shelter shoes. Many volunteers disinfect them and leave them in their car or garage as to not expose their pets at home to any germs they may come into contact with at the shelter. If you have a dog or other pets at home, please ensure they are up to date on all vaccinations. Flexibility, patience, and the ability to adapt Animal welfare standards and county policies can change quickly. We ask that you are willing to adapt to these changes with us and maintain a positive attitude. Customer service skills. We won't ask you to interact directly with the public if you don't want to, but as soon as you put on an MCACC shirt and are walking around, people will ask you questions. We ask that you provide our community members with the best possible service. If you don't know the answer, it can be as simple as saying, "That's a good question. I'm not sure. Let's find someone that can help." Abide by county policies. We are a government facility. Volunteers must abide by county policies and the code of conduct we have in place. As we are a government facility, we have a code of conduct that all volunteers are held to. This includes a dress code. When volunteering with MCACC, we require that you wear either your volunteer t-shirt or, until you receive that t-shirt, any shirt that is not offensive or revealing in any way. Your volunteer name tag is to distinguish you as a volunteer. Plus, it helps staff get to know your names and faces. Closed-toe and back shoes and ankle-covering sturdy pants. We prefer jeans, but also accept heavy-duty hiking pants, but require that there are no rips or tears. When volunteering, you are representing MCACC. You are allowed to wear hats, sunglasses, and fanny packs. Volunteers can wear a singular earbud, but not two, so you can hear what is going on around you, especially in the case of an emergency. The same goes for earplugs. We understand the shelter can be quite noisy, so if you'd prefer to wear some hearing protection, please ensure it is not noise canceling. We do not allow shorts of any kind, skirts or dresses, including athletic ones, leggings, crop tops, big flashy jewelry, and open-toe or back shoes. These rules have been put in place to keep our volunteers as safe as possible while ensuring they are representing MCACC in the best light possible. Collaboration is one of the ways we can adjust and upgrade our operations to provide the best environment for the dogs and people. One way you can help is by providing feedback. You can talk with a member of the volunteer engagement team in person or email, call, or text them. Please remember to be kind and considerate, as we are all here to do the best we can and provide the best life possible for the dogs while they wait for their forever homes. Rude, accusatory, and/or aggressive feedback will not be tolerated. Thank you so much for your interest in supporting Maricopa County Animal Care and Control. We hope you enjoyed a look into life and volunteering at MCACC and are ready to get started. We couldn't be more excited to have you join our team and work to make a difference in the lives of the people and pets of Maricopa County.